Her boyfriend fell in love with her gay best friend. I know, crazy, right? In today's Love Don't Judge video, we're going to be reacting to that. The video title is My Boyfriend Fell in Love with My Gay Best Friend. And we haven't had a Love Don't Judge video in a very long time on this channel, and I think it's about time we start bringing them back because there's some crazy videos and I'm a sucker for reality TV. So let's get into it together. Let's react. And I would love to see what you have to say in the comments. I read all the comments, good and bad. Let's get into it. Oh, and links to the original video down in the description. Let's get it.
My friend turned my boyfriend bi.
My name is James.
My name is Sarah.
My name is Hunter.
James and I have been together since high school.
James, he never was with a guy.
Yeah.
I cared for her a little bit more than a friend, but at the same time I knew I was gay. So I was a little confused.
One of my friends, she was weirded out by it. It was very much a
Love Don't Judge, okay? Remember, it's the whole point of this show, and the reason why we react to is to not judge. But isn't it so this is like they haven't said it specifically, but they're like kissing each other and kissing each other. So are they like poly? I'm assuming. And if so, there's a meme that's going around right about the time of this video being uploaded. I'm talking about my reaction being uploaded of why do they always look like that? These poly couples always look a certain way. And I'll be honest, not trying to be mean, because I'm not over here thinking like acting like I'm some 10, but um they do be looking like that. Okay.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think the worst judgment that we've gotten is from family.
Is this for you or is it for him?
Low key, I think I would have broke if I was her. I would have broken up with him. I mean, he's cheating on you.
What's the deal here?
Okay, so I feel like you look at us from like an outside perspective. Majority of the time, it just kind of looks like a group of friends.
Yeah.
And then I kiss him, and then I kiss him, and then
That's what the
it's like, oh.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
My name is James.
Hi, my name's Hunter.
I'm bisexual.
I would also say my sexuality is bisexual.
So, my sexuality, I am actually a gay man who is bi-romantic.
Just say you're bi, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. Just say you're bi. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, get it. Also, shout outs to her for pulling not just one dude, but two. And it's crazy. You know what? Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody else, but there's a like this rise of female loneliness, which is crazy because there's always been a male loneliness issue going on, or not going on, but there's a male loneliness that's been going on for like the past 8 years. Probably you could probably say, yeah, I would say about 8 years. But the female loneliness really started about 5, 6 years ago. I know, actually, I would probably say 4 years ago, like around 4 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. It's a more of a recent thing, and it's improved. It's like growing ever more, right? And I just want to say, ladies, if you're watching this and you can't get a man, what are you doing? What are you doing? She got two. That's why she's being greedy. Also, this is really cute and wholesome. I'm assuming it's hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. I'm a sucker for hot chocolate. Also, they're in Philadelphia. Look at the cups up here. That's how you can tell.
We first got together back in high school. I met Hunter.
Whoa, what happened?
Bi-romantic.
We first got together back in high school.
That's not him.
I met Hunter when
Okay, there he
we
is.
all were trying to find a place to live after we got done doing college.
We moved in together and we were roommates.
And that's where it all began.
And you know, 1-bedroom apartment and all that.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close.
Wait. So wait. So it was all of them in one, or was just her and Hunter? I'm confused.
Have you ever considered adding a third person to your relationship before you guys met Hunter?
No, we have never considered
Didn't even
having
cross our
a
mind.
Oh,
third,
James.
adding
It was her and James.
a third person to the relationship before. I'm a jealous person. I will say that. So that was never anything that I had ever ever.
That is him. Dang, they both got big. I'm respectfully, that's crazy. I gained a lot of weight, but damn.
crossed my mind in the slightest.
I prefer monogamy, truthfully. I prefer monogamy until we got into whatever this is, honestly.
That's been going on now for almost a year.
Oh, they're pretty new then. It's only been a year.
I actually realized that I cared for her a little bit more than a friend, but at the same time, I knew I was gay. So I was a little confused myself. After realizing that, I think that's also kind of when I came to the realization of like, do I have feelings for James? When did you catch him?
Is that really the same guy?
I want to say maybe around the same time, and I was just kind of like, what? What? One, I'm with James. Two, he's gay. Like, get that out of your head.
What? I'm really confused. I'm gonna be honest. So did they not really understand? Did they not? I guess if it's only a year, that means, or not even a year. This is all really new.
Hello, what is wrong with you? And it wasn't like those feelings for you, James, like ever diminished or ever, went away in any way, shape, or form. And we were sitting down packing. He said, I got something to tell you guys. I have feelings for.
That's crazy. You see how skinny he was? Like, oh, I hate talking about weight. I'm sorry, I'm being rude, but this sounds like one of those issues where I think he's very jealous and she's very jealous person, and maybe he's kind of just like kind of goes with it. I think what happened was, hear me out. This is what I think happened. Okay, I think he was interested in her. So they get together, but because he's a jealous person like her, he got jealous and decided to become interested. But when he became interested in them, he was only really interested in him. So then they became interested in each other. Then she got jealous and became interested in him. It's a I know it sounds crazy. It's a jealousy thing. It's a jealousy thing. Does that make sense? So it goes one, two. No, it goes 1, 2. I'm not gonna do the whole thing again, but you see what I'm saying? I think that's what it is.
For you both. And James went, huh? And then I said, same, like without skipping a beat.
And then I went, huh?
And he was just very caught off guard, and me and him kept exchanging looks like, did we just break him? What did we just do?
I would say when I caught feelings, they weren't fully there yet, but after we decided to try this out, I really started to feel like, wow, I actually really do love and care about him.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy thing. Like when we first got into this throuple, James had no intimate feelings for me. After we got into the throuple, that's when he tried to start exploring.
My feelings for you never diminished either. Let me just leave that out there. They were still good and strong.
I came in from the outside. You two were together for 8
You know what? Good for them. If they're figuring it out, and good for them.
years. At the time, you also weren't out either.
That's also true.
You had feelings for guys, but you also didn't want to admit it to not just us, but yourself.
I never really fully come to terms with it, but in the back of my mind, I thought about it, and over time, it became something that I knew I enjoyed, and that made me happy. Who has with who? What's the deal here?
Yeah, this is a real question.
Okay, so
to be honest, this is what we really want to know.
James will have. James and Hunter will have. Me and Hunter, that's kind of where that gets a little bit complicated, because Hunter, as he said, is a gay man.
But I do still want to please her. So in order to do that, I've got an app on my phone. We use the remote control, things like that. I can't do anything with my mouth or my downstairs. I can't do anything with that. He's gonna stay soft as a caterpillar. He's chilling. Now, if James would try the same stuff,
we got to go to another room. You know what I mean? Like we gotta go. Some examples of doubt that I know I've heard. You guys don't actually love each other. This is just fun.
I think it could be both. Like, or no, not both. I think how do I say this? I think it cannot be love and it be fun and still be a good thing. Because you're living your life. Assuming that it's all consensual and no one's getting hurt and harmed out of it. If they don't love each other, who gives a fuck? Honestly, that's all I'm saying. I don't think it's that bad. Um, as long as they're aware and everybody's on the same page. But I have the feeling that it was just a jealousy thing that infused into something. Now, does that mean that the relationship's not real? No, it still means that it's real. But I personally think that there's gonna be some type of breaking point because of that jealousy that's there. But again, I'm judging, which we're not supposed to be doing. But that's my theory of what's going on.
Yeah, it's a phase.
It's a phase. You'll enjoy yourselves, and then you'll go back to your normal life. Well, this is normal life for us. So.
Yeah. Maybe you guys are just going through a rough patch,
And
is
even
this
then,
for you or is it for him?
and even then, it wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm just saying, even if they were just doing it for fun, who gives a fuck? And they all move on with and go back to normal. It's fine. Who gives a fuck? It's all normal. As long as they're all consenting and they're all on the same page, it doesn't really matter.
And not thinking that it was a thing that was for both of us.
Yeah.
One of my friends, she thought it was an April Fool's prank. She was like, "You're lying to me. This is a lie." She was weirded out by it.
Yeah, I think the worst judgment that we've gotten is from family. It is from family.
Yeah. If they were, be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I try not to judge too much, but if they were in my family, any of them, I would judge the fuck out of them. But then again, I come from like a Mexican family and we make fun of each other all the time. So, it's just fair game, I guess. Nah, but I think it's fine and all. But I do want to throw this in here because I know I was like saying whatever, it's whatever. Excuse me. I keep saying it's whatever. But the reality is, I think it gets tricky when you start talking about finances. Does that make sense? I think you're gonna get a really sticky situation. The more people you have intertwined, how much time you spend together, and who's paying for what. Because once you start paying for things and major bills, that's when it starts getting really interesting. Because if you have the situation where two people are supporting one is supporting two, or like you know what I mean, like it gets. I just think there's when it comes to money, it can get really, really, really weird and sticky, and that's usually where I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't know.
And I think yours specifically, one of his
Yeah.
family members,
Yeah.
definitely.
Which I will say this: if you can pull this off, and everyone's on the same terms of paying for everything, and you're splitting costs three ways, and you manage to save money, you could really save some cash this way. To be honest, because you have three incomes versus one or two, like that'd be crazy. Think about it. All I'm saying, if you really, you really make some bread on doing this strat, but I don't know. You got to make the relationship work.
Definitely tore into him a little bit.
Yeah.
No matter like what I did to explain it to him, he just wouldn't get it.
Another one of the biggest assumptions I think when it comes to thruples in general is it's always two girls and one guy.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the conceptions people get about bisexual men is that I feel like a lot of people can never really truly believe that someone actually can like both, but it is a thing and it is real.
A lot more questions about how we sleep in the bedroom, if we sleep in one bed, and
That seems to be the number one question.
I mean, in regards to like the stereotypes, I actually kind of think those are they bring up some valid points. Because it's usually when we see something like this, it's usually two girls and one guy, and women tend to be more. This is not a knock on men, but it's gonna sound like it. Okay, this is. I mean, I don't care if it sounds like it's a knock on men, but women are much more diplomatic about things. When they're really set on figuring out and problem solving things, they really know how to work together in a lot of cases. Men are very logical, but at the same time, we're very territorial when it comes to something like this. So, but with women, that's why usually you see one guy and two women, because the women are much able to talk things through and come to a compromise with each other. Whereas like men, that's really hard. You really don't see that because of the dominance thing, the alpha thing, but also we're much more we're when we become emotional, we become attached, and that's why monogamy for most men is what we want.
I was gonna, you,
Which, and be honest, a lot of I'm seeing this now more and more. At first, I used to think it was kind of weird, where it was like two women and one guy. But I had a friend of mine who explained it to me. It's like for some women, it's like it's just having that the comfort of two different styles of people. Because men can be we're a certain way, and let's say for example a woman that doesn't have very many friends but she has a friend that she's attracted to, like, you know what I mean, like there's very unique instances where that can work, but then again, that's I'm just saying that's not for me, that's not my lifestyle, obviously.
You.
We all just sleep in the same bed.
like we all just kind of take turns. It'll be me and James switching to be in the middle because Hunter does not like being in the middle.
So
I don't know, I them three in one bed is crazy though, I'll be honest respectfully, they're just there's too many people and you gotta get a bigger bed.
We actually we share a lot of things.
My boyfriend.
We actually do share.
You're done.
You're not wrong.
We're gonna have a video call with my grandma Peggy.
Oh hell no.
I'm interested to hear what she has to say about it.
Grandma, I thought they were
Why
gonna
would
talk to
you
the mom.
Suspect that we were in a throuple.
Well, James actually gave up his bed to me, and they all three slept together. And I was like,
That's a
okay,
dead
there's
giveaway.
a little bit more.
Did
Yeah,
you have
of
any
course.
other worries about our relationship, Mama?
She seems kind of cool though, low
No,
key.
because I kind of thought, well, if one left, the other one was there.
You were happy I just had a backup plan.
She has.
And I love the guy. If Sarah loves them, I love them.
Nah, this is so cool, dude. She's actually really cool. I have gained 2 grandsons.
I gained 2 grandsons.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so cool. What?
Grandsons by choice.
You know what's funny? Let's say I was in the same scenario and I was a man and came with not 2 girlfriends, I guess 2 girlfriends or whatever, to my grandpa or my grandma. Either one of them would literally get a knife and just murder me right then and there. They'll say, "How dare you dishonor the family? How dare you?" No, just kidding. They're not violent, but they would definitely let me know, which is funny because, and I say this because it's funny. Out of me and out of the family, I'm probably one of the most fluent people that speak Spanish. Believe it or not, I can read and write it and speak it. And so, if it was okay, so it's a couple things. If it was any other person in my family, they probably wouldn't say anything because they're just like, "Oh, we don't," you know, because they just don't have that relationship with my grandparents. But if it was me, they held me to such a high standard that they're always gonna tell me and like shit on me, and they'll do it in front of anybody, or just like ask me really hardcore questions when I'm just trying to chill. Like I used to go to my grandpa's house. Oh, you know what? I'm getting on a rant, but anyway, they would definitely let me know in Spanish.
Sarah, I never thought I could love a woman. I really didn't. I thought it was a man, and I was going to the grave. You've definitely changed my perspective on things, and that's helped me a lot.
Hey, you know what? I bet she's living on top of the world. She got 2 men.
And of course, James. You've definitely helped me grow as a person too.
Yeah, overall, you guys have both definitely helped me to grow as a person and become the best version of myself. Stepping way out of my comfort zone to do something I never thought possible. And I'll never be able to thank you both enough for all the love, support. You truly do make me the happiest guy in the world.
Knowing that you guys love each other and love me just as much as I love both of you, like, it makes me so happy.
It's our lives. We're gonna live it the way that we want to live it, honestly. Just keep your judgment to yourself. If you really don't like it, don't look.
Oh, this is kind of wholesome. I'll be honest. I was kind of like it was a little confusing, the dynamic and everything, and when they were explaining it, but it made sense once they said, "Oh, we've only been doing this for like a year," so it's like this is so new to all of them, so it's gonna make sense why it's so confusing to me watching. I still gonna stand by the theory that um that's like what started it was jealousy. Okay, so I still think there's that underbelly of jealousy there. Which is not to say like, there's jealous people out there. I'm not trying to judge you, but I'm just saying that if that's the what starts a relationship, typically that's what's gonna end it, right? But they're happy, and again, I'm gonna throw this out there again too. Even if they're not in love and they're just having fun and experiencing the moment, who gives a fuck? As long as they're cool with each other and everyone at the end of the day come like if they broke up, as long as they're all come to terms with it mutually, then who cares? Um, but I'll be honest, what I do want to know about is their finances. If there's anything that I want to judge is their finances and how they split everything. Because I would love now that is where I won't hold back and I would love to see. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is this crazy? Is this wild? I'll check you on the next one. Love you. Bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.